is DH Danny Tartable. He homered last night. Don Mattingly at first base will hit fifth, followed by shortstop Tony Fernandez. Mike Stanley, named to the All-Star team on Sunday, is behind the plate in the seventh position. Batting eighth in center field, Bernie Williams, and bringing up the rear at second, Randy Volnade. Whoa. And defensively, here's the White Sox. Set up, Warren Newson in left field, Lance Johnson plays center, Dave Martinez is in right. Robin Ventura at third base, Ozzie Guillen at shortstop, Ray Durham at second, the big hurt Frank Thomas at first base. The battery of Officer Ron Karkovice and young Alex Fernandez. Alex on the season 4-4 with a 5.14 earned run average. He has started 12, completed 2 of them. Alex has worked 75 and a third innings, given up 78 hits, 33 walks, 61 strikeouts so far in 1995. In his last outing Thursday, in that 17-13 affair at County Stadium, Alex worked 7 innings, gave up 10 hits, 6 earned runs. He walked 2 while striking out 6, and he got better as the game went on, so that was a good sign. It is rather muggy here this afternoon, so you want to minimize your pitches, and this is a pretty tough left-handed hitting lineup that the Yankees will feature this afternoon. The umpires are good friends in blue. Our good buddy Durwood Merrill is behind home plate. Chuck Merriweather at first base, Ted Barrett at second, and Drew Coble, the crew chief, is at third. There's a good look at Durwood. That hat just a couple sizes too small. Yankees won the first game last night, 8-4 behind Blackjack McDowell, who had a complete game. And there you see some of the Sox apparel on sale here at the good old ballpark. Game 2 of this 3-game set ready to start. And once again, here's the Hawkaroo.
All right, Wimpy, thank you. And once again, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to beautiful Comiskey Park for White Sox baseball. And like Wimpy, I too wish each and everybody out there a happy 4th of July. Please make it a loving and a safe one. As the first pitch of the ball game to Luis Polonia, hit right at the Deacon Warren Newson, playing him perfectly, guarding that left field line. 1 pitch, 1 out. .347 down each line, .375 in the gaps, .400 straightaway center field, as the 37-year-old veteran Wade Boggs will step in. Boggs hitting at .306, couple of homers. He's knocked in 27, 0 for 3 last night. Outfield playing him around to the left, as there's a good fastball strike. Sox, with that loss last evening, have now won 9 of the last 11. Yankees, with that victory last night, have won 8 of the last 11. As that fastball inside, and the count 1-1. Yankees coming in as a club hitting at .272 with a 5.08 team ERA. There's strike 2. On the other side of that page, the Sox hitting at .279 as a team with a 5.22 team ERA. Not a too good. That ball into right field. Davey Martinez coming on. Cannot make the catch. Keeps it in front of him. So Boggs, who is now 9 for 23. Lifetime against young Alex. And that'll bring up the right fielder, Paul O'Neill. Hitting at .329, 9 homers. He's knocked in 33. Paul with a couple of hits last night, a single and a double. And lifetime against Alex. Faced him 5 times, has 2 hits, both of them stayed in the park. Curveball strike. Bucky Showalter. That pitch popped up left side, Ozzie. Right in front of Ventura, makes the catch, and that's out number 2.
Good pitch right there by Alex Fernandez. High fastball to Paul O'Neill. We talked about Alex just before the game, Hawk, and both mentioning that Alex's low fastball is a heck of a lot easier to hit that one that's above the waist. Yeah, try dialing it up for that one.
Well, you just got to manipulate too much.
Yeah.
And fight gravity.
It is so much easier just to drop the head of the bat on a low fastball.
Here's Danny Tartable. That's off the end of the bat. A little soft line drive. Sounded like a broken bat. Meanwhile, that'll do it. Nothing across. There was a hit, no errors. One left. And after a half inning of play, it's the Yankees nothing and the good guys coming to bat.
No score, bottom of the first inning, and here is Terry Bevington's starting lineup for the Sox. Leading off in center field, Lance Johnson. Batting second in right, Dave Martinez. The big hurt Frank Thomas at first base bats third. Robin Ventura is the cleanup man at third. John Kruk doing a great job DHing in the fifth spot, followed by left fielder Warren Newsom. Ray Durham, rookie candidate at second base, will hit in the seventh position. Batting eighth behind the plate is Officer Ron Karkovice, and bringing up the rear at shortstop, Ozzie Guillen. Defensively, the Yankees line up with Polonia, Williams, and O'Neill in the outfield. Boggs, Fernandez, Velarde, and Mattingly are the infielders. Mike Stanley and Mariano Rivera, the pitcher. 25-year-old right-handers 1-2 with a 10-2 earned run average in 4 starts. 29 hits in 15 innings. That's a bunch. 8 walks, 9 strikeouts for the native of Panama City, Panama. His last start was June 11th against the Mariners, and there's his numbers.
Lance Johnson looks at first pitch strike from Mariano Rivera. Lance hitting at .261, a homer. He's knocked in 15. Lance, couple of hits last night. Led off the ball game with a triple, and he scored. That fastball upstairs. Rivera has been nursing a sore shoulder. Matter of fact, after he's sent back down to Columbus, only made 1 start because of that. There's fastball strike outside corner. So the count 1-2. And before we show you our picks to click, you at home select yours. That's just foul. Other American League action today will show Texas at Cleveland, Milwaukee at Oakland. Twins take on the Orioles in Baltimore. Tonight under the lights, Seattle at Detroit, Boston at Kansas City, and Toronto against the Halos at the Big A in Anaheim. There's a shot right back to Rivera. 1 down.
There it is. Look like a little cut fastball or slider. And Lance, I'm not too sure how hard he hit that ball. It's pretty good reactions there by the young pitcher. Becomes that fifth infielder.
And here's Dave Martinez hitting at .241, 3 homers. Check that. As he takes a strike. Dave. There it is, 3 homers, 9 RBIs. One and 1 the count. The big hurt Frank Thomas on deck. One final in the National League. Montreal shut out the Cardinals 5-0 in St. Louis. Other action will show Philadelphia at Pittsburgh, San Diego at Florida. That's low. Giants take on the Reds in Cincinnati. The Cubs at New York against the Metropolitans. Dodgers against the Braves down at Fulton County Stadium. And Houston will take on the Rockies at Coors Stadium. Fouls that pitch back. Good rip right there by Dave. So the count 2-2. As Webby told you this morning, it was just nothing but thunderstorms and heavy rain all over the Chicago area. But it has cleared up, and we understand we do have a 2.5 hour window. Full count to Martinez. Outfield straight up. Fastball upstairs. Yankees coming in with that mark of 28-32. Sox 27-33 as the Boomer Terry Bevington perusing the situation. Another souvenir left side. And the Sox, well, they're 16-13 under the Boomer. As there's last night's winner, Jack McDowell, even up his season's record at 5. Another foul. You missed that game last evening. Sox scored 3 in the first. 3-run homer by John Kruk, his first in the Sox uniform. As there's the Krukmeister. All he's doing is hitting at 355.
Yeah, from that point on, there was really not much offense generated against Jack McDowell. And Blackjack has proven in the past, you got to get him in the first couple of innings. If you don't knock him out of there, he usually pitches a real fine ball game. That was the case last night.
That one's shanked left side. Polonia giving chase. And he can't make the play. So the count remains full with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. No score. Yankees having to really zig and zag with the loss of Jimmy Key. Also Melito Perez going down. As he just threw that fastball right by him upstairs. That's out number 2.
There's some red hot for you right there. We're told that he's got a 90-mile-an-hour plus fastball. He showed it right here upstairs. It is so difficult to get your hands up above a fastball at that velocity. Man, that's a good pitch.
And Wimpy, you can rest easy. Bobby Bertucci just walked in.
Yeah, well, my pants can't.
Here's Big Frank. Takes a strike on the outside corner. Frank hitting at 316. 20 homers. He's knocked in 51. Frank 0 for 3 last evening. Breaking ball. And very quickly it's 0-2. That ball foul right side mezzanine section. And I want to send out a big White Sox congratulations to Brian Simmons, who was the club's second round in the June free agent draft. Simmons, 21-year-old switch hitting outfielder from the University of Michigan, will report to White Sox complex in Sarasota tomorrow. So go get him, Brian. Congratulations. That's inside. One and 2 with 2 out. There's a shot base. You can't do that, Mariano. Make that good pitch. Breaking ball going away.
No way. Can't get away with that pitch. He is amazing. It's like the same pitch that he made for strike 2, but Frank saw it once. So poof. There it is. Fanny flying one way, and
he's awesome.
That shoulder staying in there and just hitting a bullet in the right field.
Here's Robin. Takes the ball. Robin hitting at 296, 14 homers. He's knocked in 45. And was he your pick to click this afternoon? Or was it the Big Frank?
No.
2-0. And let's check out our picks to click. There you see Skip Ellis and our producer, director, and the crew went with Ozzie. Wimpy went with One Dog. I'm going with Ray Durham. As Wimpy continues to slide into the sunset.
Looking up.
10 toes up. Zurich. That ball hit high into right center field. Bernie Williams has room Makes the catch, and it'll retire the side. Nothing across. There was a hit. After one, no score. Top of the second inning. Don Mattingly will lead it off. It'll be Mattingly, Fernandez, and Stanley to face young Alex Fernandez. Mattingly hitting at .276 a homer. He has knocked in 19. He was 2 for 5 with an RBI last evening. Takes a pitch high and wide. Mattingly, lifetime against Alex, has faced him 20 times, has 6 hits, 5 of which stayed in the park.
1 homer.
Curveball, yes. 21 the count. Upstairs, 2-1. Bottom of the 8th inning at Jacobs Field. Rangers leading Cleveland 7-6. Oakland has scored 2 in the bottom of the first against the Brewers as that pitch popped up left side. Ozzie checking out his turf, makes a catch. 1 gone. And a reminder, come out to Turn Back the Clock game tomorrow versus the Yankees. And if you dress as a 1964 TV or music star and enter the costume contest, you'll also be able to be on the field in that parade before the game. Now, the first 20,000 adults will receive Turn Back the Clock caps, compliments of Leinenkugel. Gates open at 5, so fans come out early to enjoy the memories of 1964. Tickets for the 7:05 game are available by dialing 312-831 White Sox.
Boy, that Leinenkugel. What a beer.
Leinenkugel. Tony Fernandez, switch hitting shortstop, takes the fastball high, hitting at .236. A couple of homers. He's knocked in 23. Tony, good game last night, 2 for 4, and he knocked in 3. Takes a strike, didn't like it. He and Durwood having a little repartee.
I like the way Durwood sets up behind the catcher. He's directly behind him, and he gets a better look at the pitches, both corners.
Fastball strike, and a count 1-2. Yes, he does.
He and Ken Kaiser are the only two that I can think of right now that line up directly behind the catcher.
Now Tony Fernandez just taking his time. This close 6, you better be hacking.
I would think so, yeah.
Fernandez 0 for 11 lifetime against Alex.
Ow.
He just got sawed off right there. That could be trouble if Robin cannot. He does. Yes, nice play.
Wow.
What a play by Ventura.
I'll tell you, that's as good a jam as we have seen all season right there. That was hit so poorly that nobody could get to it. Didn't have enough altitude. Watch this. Alex cuts that fastball right on the fist. It's at about 45 feet in the air, and Robin, bare hand. Fortunately, that ball came up to him a little bit on a hop. The only play he had was the bare hand. Whoa, left foot forward, 1 step, and bang.
Here's the catcher, the all-star catcher, Mike Stanley, hitting at .274, 6 homers. He's knocked in 32. Drew the collar last night in 4 at-bats, but he did knock in a run. Fastball. That evens the count at 1. Stanley has faced Alex 3 times, has 1 hit. Jammed himself right there as Ozzie sucks it up, throws him out very quickly. 1, 2, 3, 5 in a row retired by Alex, and after an inning and a half, nothing. The home plate of Old Comiskey Park, right across the street from New Comiskey Park. And that's where it was from 1910 to 1990. Boy, I'll tell you, Jack Gould remembers 1910 to 1990 very well.
He's seen just about every game in that ballpark.
John Kruk will lead off the bottom of the second. It'll be Kruk, Newsom, and Durham to face Mariano Rivera. Krukster hitting at .355 a homer. He has knocked in 16. Now field straight up, spread out. Fouls it away. There's the off-speed pitch, gets that one over, so Kruk down 0-2. That's low. I want to send out a big White Sox congratulations to Ginger Littell of Glendale Heights on winning Miss Majorette of the Midwest. She was here last night, enjoyed the game. So congratulations, Ginger. That's quite an honor. Miss Majorette of the Midwest. Fastball strike outside corner.
A little giddy up on this one. He just painted him outside. Boy, that's just an outstanding pitch right there from Rivera. Krukster not too happy with the call.
Here's the Deacon. Deacon hitting at .263 homers. He's knocked in 9. Deacon pinch hit last night, hit a rocket in the ball game right to Bernie Williams in center. Breaking ball low. Oh, Deacon, turn him around.
Looking at Rivera's minor league numbers, 25 and 16 up until this year with an outstanding .238 earned run average and about a walk every 4 innings. So he's got good control.
Pours that strike over to even the count at 1. Ray Durham on deck. Two balls and a strike. It's 3-1. Not a big crowd on hand. Sox expecting a huge crowd tomorrow night, but the weather certainly hurt today's attendance. It was just horrible. Sox averaging 22,790 per game.
Ooh,
he took Stano's mask right off.
There's a wake-up call for Mike Stanley. This is not fun. One of the reasons why you don't want to be a catcher. Look at the boing.
Wait a minute, Duke. There's nothing wrong with being a catcher.
You know, that ball would have hit me right in the back of the head if I was behind the plate.
It'd have been about halfway there and you'd have been flinching. Here's the payoff pitch.
Wow.
Made a good pitch on him. Third strikeout for Rivera.
And Turn Back the Clock week continues on Thursday when the first 20,000 fans attending the White Sox Baltimore Orioles game will receive Turn Back the Clock patches. Game time 7:05 and tickets are available by calling 312-831-1SOX.
Here's Ray Durham. Ray hitting at .280, 3 homers, 27 RBIs. There's a bunt. Mattingly has time. Picks it up, puts it on him. And that'll do it. 1, 2, 3 for Mariano Rivera, and after 2, no score. Third inning, Bernie Williams will lead it off. It'll be Williams, Velarde, then back to the top of the order, Luis Polonia. Williams, switch hitting center fielder. Hitting at .259, 9 homers. He's knocked in 36. 1 for 4 last evening. A couple of stolen bases. Lifetime against Alex, who's faced him 15 times, has 6 hits. That'll pencil out to 400. Another 6 hits, 1 of them left the premises. Takes a strike. 1-1 the count. Outfield for the most part straight up. Frank about 4 or 5 steps off the bag at first, off the line I should say. Ventura even with the bag and off the line at third. The wind, like it was last evening, blowing from right to left. So that means that the ball probably will not be carrying well to left because of the swirling action. Jammed in with a high fastball. Ozzie throws him out. And a reminder, Turn Back the Clock week concludes on Friday as the Sox take on the Orioles at 7:05. First 20,000 fans will receive Turn Back the Clock pins courtesy of your local 76 station. So for tickets, just dial 312-831-1SOX. Here's Randy Velarde. Takes the fastball up and in. Velarde hitting at .267. Has 3 homers. And he's played at 18. Randy 1 for 3 last night. Outfield shades him around to the right. Curveball strike, says Durwood. Cues that one. Just a little nudger over by the camera well. And Alex on top, 1-2. That fastball up and in. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for the Yankees. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for the good guys. And be sure to come out tomorrow, as we mentioned. You know, when we're talking about dressing up in the '64 attire, the garb, you can also dress up, as that pitch just misses, after some people who were in a movie made in 1964. So that opens up your range very nicely.
That's right, Pilgrim.
Just off the corner. Good effort. Full count. You and I going to have a little
duel
gunfight. Wimpy?
Okay, Corral.
You're going down.
Yeah, well, I never lost one of those yet, Pilgrim.
Well, you will tomorrow night.
You got a great outfit.
The Duke goes down. My little Huckleberry.
It'll never happen.
Boy, what a great job Val Kilmer did in that little Huckleberry. You didn't see that, though, did you?
No.
Fouls that pitch back.
I like Val Kilmer, though.
That's one of the best acting jobs I've seen in a long, long time. Doc Holliday.
Oh, I saw that.
You did? You just forgot, right?
What was the name of the movie?
Wyatt Earp.
Wyatt Earp.
Tombstone.
Tombstone. Yeah,
Tombstone.
I saw that. Was great.
Once again, the payoff pitch. Little soft duck snort. As Velarde will hold. Martinez gets to it very quickly. So the second hit given up by Alex.
The pitch is a cut fastball or a slider down and away. It's a great pitch by Alex. Right there, Velarde. Well, he kept closed for a long time right there. He didn't try and do too much with that pitch, or he'd have missed it with the end of the bat. Just kind of Duke snort into right.
That'll bring up Polonia. Hit the first pitch of the ball game. A line drive right to Warren Newson in left field. They have that Polonia shift on. Takes it inside. And talking about the Polonia shift, poof. There you see Newson guarding that left field line. He's probably a couple of steps playing in the pull too much. Robin in on the grass at third.
Huh.
I wouldn't have thought he'd had 9 to right.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought that. Unless change-ups.
Shanks that one right off the hosel.
That one game when Polonia was with the Angels in Anaheim, won a game because the guy was playing there, and the one base hit the left field by Polonia, and the base runner from second just automatically assumed he could score on a shot down the third baseline. They gunned him out at home plate. Yeah, it was Chili Davis, and Ivan Calderon, I believe, was the outfielder.
Right. A ball and 2 strikes. Polonia thought that pitch was a little bit high.
I like the strike zone. I think Derwin's doing a great job. He's calling that high strike. He's going to make these guys swing the bat. All these guys don't like it, but that pitch is definitely below the letters. I mean, it's just slightly above the belt. They're not used to that pitch being called a strike, and they're not swinging at it.
Just off the plate, 2-2. One out. Velarde at first. Velarde has 1 stolen base in 1 attempt. Alex with a 2-2. Chopper, Ozzie, over to Durham. They force Velarde, 2 gone. And let's check out our next telecast coming your way right here over WGN Sports. It'll be Thursday. First of that 4-game set with the Baltimore Orioles. And the pitchers, Brian Kaiser, who is 2-2. Against the southpaw, Jamie Moyer, 3-3. Here's Boggs. Boggs singled. Got a high fastball. A little semi-line drive into right. But you have to watch Polonia. In 9 attempts, he has stolen 8 times. Boggs takes a strike.
Here are the career batting average leaders that are active. Wade Boggs, Tony Gwynn, Frank Thomas at 325, Kirby Puckett, and Edgar Martinez.
I would have thought Gwynn's average was higher than that.
334. Well, that's not too bad.
Those are getting up into the Dukes realm right there. Wimper-esque type numbers.
Duker-esque, I think. Yeah. Wow. For a career, that's awesome.
Once again, very quickly, Alex. Going to make it a little tough on Polonia. Not going to give him that freedom of mind and peace of mind to get that momentum lead to second.
Well, Polonia has stolen as many as 55 bases in a season. That was 2 years ago with California.
Well, a lot of guys, if they know you're going to be persistent and come over there, and you have a decent move like Alex does, they just shut it down.
And of course, when you got Officer Ron Karkovice behind the plate too, that'll detract him a little bit.
It's only about a half step bigger lead. Does not go. That ball hit one hopper. Ozzie up with it over to Durham. They force Polonia, and that'll retire the side. Nothing across. Yankees pick up their second hit, and after 2.5, no score. No score here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. For the Sox, it'll be Ron Karkovice, Ozzie Guillen. Then the top of the order, Lance Johnson. And while we have a moment, let's check out who's cleaning up in baseball, brought to you by all the good folks at Hoover. Now, if the Sox come back from their current deficit to win the Central, not only would they be cleaning up, but they would set the record for overcoming the division leaders' 4th of July lead, the largest one. The Mets back in 73, 11.5 games back, overcame the Cubs. Reds 9.5 in 79, 9 by the Yankees in 78, and 8.5 by the Braves in 1991. And that's our Hoovers who's cleaning up in baseball. And here's Ron Karkovice. Takes ball 1. Kark hitting at .220, 6 homers. He's knocked in 23. Kark drew the collar last night against his former battery mate, McDowell. He was 0 for 3. Jams right there. Jams himself. Wade Boggs. So here comes Ozzie. Ozzie, .294 hitter, no homers. He's knocked in 23. Ozzie really has been swinging the bat and throwing some leather. Wow.
Yeah,
he's played well this year, Wimpy.
He sure has. You know, one thing, Hog, is that pitch is outside. He's hit the ball better than that .294 average indicates. He has lined out more times this year than in any stretch that I can remember in his career.
He's in good shape at 2-0.
One thing Ozzie's gotten, he's not walking that much. I was he got 7 or 8 walks on the season, but he's getting himself in better count situations. Like 2-0, 3-1. He's hitting a lot more in these counts than he had in the past. There's 3-0.
See Ozzie hitting .355 here at Comiskey Park. That's ball 4. So the first walk issued by Mariano Rivera. And that'll bring up Lance Johnson. Hit a line drive right back to Rivera in the first inning. That Texas-Cleveland game now in the bottom of the 9th inning with the Rangers on top, 7-6. A lot of time left in that.
Yeah, that's right. I'm not too sure about this one.
Ozzie looking like he wanted to go. Started leaning just a little bit. Ozzie 3 for 6 in stolen bases, and we'll see if Terry Bevington wants to put a little action on. So far it's been a very quiet, slow game. Try to turn it up a notch as Lance lays off and takes ball 1.
Well, except for that walk to Guillen, Rivera is shown to have very good control. So hit and run would be a good call right here. Lance a good contact hitter. Ozzie with good speed. And Rivera should be right around the plate with this next pitch.
Oakland still leading Milwaukee 2-0, bottom of the 3rd at the Coliseum. And right here, the 1-0. Ground ball. Fernandez. Velarde. Rack him up. And that'll retire the side 6-4-3. And after 3, no score. Top of the 4th inning for the Yankees. It'll be O'Neill, Tartabull, and Mattingly to face young Alex Fernandez. Yankees hits a single by Boggs in the first, single by Velarde last inning. For the Sox, the only hit. Big Frank shot a line drive single into, that ball hit hard in the right field. Martinez back, looks up, you can put it on the board. Line drive home run by Paul O'Neill, his 10th of the year, and it's 1-0 New York.
Well, he waited back nicely on a curveball. Boy, his hand stayed back, and that was the key. He's got big power. Paul O'Neill has always been a good hitter. Last year winning the batting title. That's his 10th with 34 runs batted in. Just a good job of staying back. Curveball. Not that bad of a pitch. Hand stayed back. He went out and got it.
Danny Tartabull goes through the fastball. So the 10th home run for O'Neill, also the 10th home run that Alex has thrown this year. That curveball misses. That's just the 53rd home run for the Yankees. Sox have 66. Another fastball, and the count 1-2. I want to send out a big White Sox happy birthday to big Sox fan Robert Redmond, who is 73 years young today. Happy birthday, Robert. That pitch up and in, 2-2. Tartabull, a long home run last night to the opposite field. Takes up high, the count goes full. Oh, what a tough start he's off to. Just 5 homers on the year. Chops it foul. Plane flying over. It says, Julie, will you marry me? Glenn. Hey, he's gone. Good pitch by Alex. Don't do it, Julie.
What about Glenn? Good pitch. This is as good as it gets right here. Righty versus righty. Danny Tartabull knew it. He dropped down and fired it right at the knees on the outside corner. Perfect pitch.
Here's Mattingly popped up to Ozzie.
That's kind of like your voice. Acapella. Perfect pitch.
Perfect.
Right.
Like every time you draw it back. Perfect. Ah, he couldn't. Check it up in the count, 1-1. Ozzie's going to suck this one up. Underneath, throws him out. 2 gone. Ozzie, busy little bee out there at shortstop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 ground balls and 2 pop-ups. And let's check out today's Aflac trivia question. Who holds a modern-day record? This is after 1903 for most consecutive seasons with 200 or more hits.
Jack Gould.
I'd say, being familiar with the flavor of John Walgren's questions, it'd have to be Wade Boggs.
That seems too easy, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. But I'm going to stay with Boggs. Tony Fernandez takes it up high. He got sawed off. I mean, you talking about some Jam City. He got sawed off, hit a little looper. Robin made a nice play having to come in, barehand it, and throw him out. There you see a final from Jacobs Field.
You're right, Hawk.
Rangers came back and won it 7-6.
They are invincible.
Invincible.
Well, if they were invincible, they couldn't be beat. If they're invincible, it means they can.
Vulnerable probably would be more apropos, as that pitch popped up. Newsom can't get there. So with the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Tony Fernandez. Let's pause for station identification.
This is America's #1 sports station, WGN-TV, Chicago.
Along with the Whipperoo, the Duke, the inimitable Tom Paciorek. This is Ken Harrelson from beautiful Comiskey Park in Chicago, second of this 3-game set against the Yankees. As the Sox trying to even up this series. They lost the opener last night 8-4. Here's the 2-2. Checks it up and fouls it off.
Well, they keep pounding inside to Tony Fernandez. He's going to have to try and turn on one of these pitches.
Well, he better turn very quickly.
Yeah.
Or he's going to leave his fingernails right inside his gloves.
He did last time. Yeah, Alex is coming inside a lot more in this game than we've seen him in recent contests.
Well, he just pounded the Indians when he struck out 11.
Right.
He just wore them out inside.
Yeah.
Which is the only way you can beat them or shut them down. Turns that one over, misses, full count.
Honest Wagner.
You going with Honus?
Yeah.
Honus could hit. As here's the payoff pitch. Another souvenir.
Well, let's think of some other candidates for this.
Does that say consecutive 200 hit seasons?
Yes, consecutive seasons with 200 hits or more. Boy. Ty Cobb.
Tyrus Raymond Cobb. The Georgia Peach.
Yep.
As he's gone. That's the second strikeout for Alex. But Paul O'Neill's 10th homer, and after 3.5, Yankees on top, 1-0. Dave Martinez will lead off the Sox 4th. Paul O'Neill's 10th homer has put the Yankees on top. It'll be Martinez, Thomas, and Ventura to face young Mariano Rivera, making just his 5th major league start. And while we have a moment, I want to send out a big White Sox hello and thank you to the 4 lovely young flight attendants who are on the MGM Grand Charters that the Sox have been on lately. Denise Carlisle, Teresa Coley, Alina Crow, and Jennifer Conlon. And we want to thank you all for doing such a wonderful job.
They're great. Very pleasant.
Oh, yeah. Great
They
personalities.
Really, yeah.
So here's David. He struck out his first trip. Come on, David. Start us off. Takes ball 1.
Well, the Yankee people tell us that Rivera, with that good 90-mile-an-hour fastball, has been able to get through the lineup very effectively the first time. But after you see him once, maybe twice, he's been hit hard after that.
The count 2-0. Well, he does appear to be coming at you hard, 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 hard.
Yeah. Not a whole lot of change of speeds in his fastball and slider are very comparable.
It's 3-0. Take 2. Gets that one over. Minnesota did not score in the top of the first at Camden Yards. That's ball 4, so the lead man aboard.
What about Wee Willie Keeler? Didn't Wee Willie get a lot of hits?
Wimpy let it go. Let it go. It's Wade Boggs. Let's check out our Aflac trivia question and answer. Who holds a modern day record after 1903 for the most consecutive seasons with 200 or more hits? Wade Boggs.
But look, an asterisk. Wee Willie.
That was not the question.
8 consecutive years prior to 1903.
Big Frank takes a breaking ball low. Frank, as the only Sox hit, he ripped a shot into right field. on a slider. Good pitch by Rivera. Meanwhile, hang Wolfle. That's outside. 2-0. There you see big Mark McGuire tied with Mo Vaughn. Then Edgar. Big Frank. He's fourth. Albert with 48. Ball hit into center field. He missed it. Bernie Williams. This was very close to being a 2-1 ball game.
Yeah. Well, Frank just missed 2 balls last night. As a matter of fact, Bernie Williams jumped over the fence and took one of them away from him. See the replay. Fastball upstairs at the first. Well, that's belt high center cut. Frank just got a tad underneath. It looks like he might have opened up just a tad early too with that front hip.
Here's Robin. He flied to Williams his first time. Long set by Rivera. Come on, 23. Light him up. Takes fastball right there. Outfield straight up for Ventura. Robin with those 14 homers and 45 knocked in. Boy, got off to a real slow start as he fouls that fastball back. And of course, there was just an absolutely scintillating interview done by the Whipperoo in the pregame show on Sunday with Ventura, giving you more of an insight into that pitch foul back to the lighter side of Ventura.
He does have that.
Wimpy's best work.
Well, he's still got my favorite one-liner.
Oh yeah,
in the last 10 years.
That's good.
Give it to you right after this pitch, in case you didn't hear. Well, we'll say it now. When Bo Jackson made that after his hip surgery, artificial hip was replaced, yeah, and he's making his debut in Sarasota. They gave him a standing ovation. Now, Robin said the only reason that they're doing that is because 90% of them have artificial hips also.
Pitch out, nothing on. 1-2 the count to Robin.
Gosh, I wish I'd have thought of that.
Martinez, decent lead at first. And Mariano Rivera thinking the same thing. So a ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the Sox fourth. Run on 3 hits, no errors for the Yankees. No runs, just 1 hit, no errors for the Sox. And they call a balk. Durwood Merrill. Chuck Merriweather say, go on down to second, David. Oh, yeah. Cannot do that.
Now, he's got to step off the rubber first before he does anything, right?
Yep.
He was going into his glove, then he backed off.
Pick him up. Make it hurt. Breaking ball low. So the count evens at 2 with John Kruk, the on-deck hitter. real slow-paced, lazy type ball game this afternoon. Duncan will take some time with a runner on. Full count to Ventura. Tony Fernandez trying to sneak in. Just did nick it. And once again, a very happy 4th of July to each and all. And please, if you're going to be traveling, be very careful. Make it a safe one. Yes, sir. There it is. Oh, Robin. Strikeout number 4 for Rivera.
Well, you may have gone after ball 4. High fastball away. Upstairs, too. Very tough to get up and get that pitch.
Yeah, that's ball 4. Meanwhile, here's Kruk. He was called out on a fastball outside corner. Outfield playing him straight up. First time we've seen this. Defensive positioning against the Krukster. Takes a fastball high. It's 2-0. Warren Newson on deck. In the finale of this 3-game set tomorrow night at 7, it'll be Wilson Alvarez on the hill for the Sox. There's a strike. There's Wilson. Gas upstairs.
Boy, Rivera's really one of those guys where you have to make him get that fastball down. He's like he's hittable downstairs, but that fastball up around the letters coming in really hard and just tougher to get your hands up to hit that pitch. Because his breaking ball doesn't do a whole lot. So you got to look dead red on this guy.
It's 2-2. Here's a little bit of trivia as well. Left-hander Gary Peters on this day back in 1964 registered his first shutout of the season as he banked Cleveland 4-0 on a 3-hitter. It was a good left-hander right there. He could hit too.
Oh, yeah.
Here's a payoff. That's ball 4, and here comes the Deacon. Deacon's going to have to dial it up for this guy.
Yeah. On paper, he doesn't match up real good unless he can take that high fastball and make him get it down. These first couple pitches are going to be very, very important in this at bat.
Got to make him get it down, Warren. Warren thought that pitch was high.
Durwood's got a high strike zone.
Yep, he's been consistent on both sides. 1-1 the count with Martinez at second and Kruk at first. 2 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. It's 2-1. So Rivera, who's only given up just the one hit, now 3 walks, has 4 strikeouts. And home plate starting to jump around a little bit. As we mentioned earlier, he has been nursing a sore shoulder. But he has a good fastball. Two and two. Threw it right by him, and that'll retire the side. So the 5th strikeout for Rivera. Sox can't score, and after 4 they trail it 1-0.
Back at Comiskey Park, top of the 5th inning. New York leads at 1-0. 1-3-0 for the Bronx Bombers. 0-1-0 for the good guys in black. Alex Fernandez, good curveball, didn't get the call to Mike Stanley. Stano grounded to shortstop. He was jammed his first time up. Alex working all the Yankee hitters inside with that fastball. Changeup misses. Two 2-0 on one of the 2 all-star catchers for the American League, Mike Stanley. Stano hitting at .272 as he stands in. Up and in. 6 homers on the year, 32 driven in. I want to say a big hello to my friend Boz O'Brien from Riley's daughter. Big White Sox fans from Oak Lawn. And Boz, thanks for the apples. They are good for your waistline. Fastball strike. 3-1 on Stano. Bernie Williams to follow. Randy Velarde, whoa, in the hole. He walked him. First walk issued by Alex Fernandez. And this copyright telecast is presented by the authority of the Chicago White Sox and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of the Chicago White Sox. So you better not even think about it, Pilgrim. Here's Bernie Williams. Bernie grounded out 6-3 his first time up. That was in the 3rd inning. First pitch, jammed him with a fastball in the left field. Warren Newson backpedaling now to the base of the warning track. I'll tell you, he hit that ball a lot farther than I thought. Bernie Williams, a strong young man. One out. Whoa. Nancy Faust telling us that Velarde is the hitter. Randy hitting at .272, playing second base. Well, I'll tell you, he has done a nice job for the Yanks over the last few years. Former White Sox farmhand, has played all the infield positions plus some outfield duty also. Pat Kelly on the disabled list now, so Velarde's getting a shot at second base. And doing a good job. He did a great job of turning that double play earlier in the ball game. Had a big hit yesterday. 2 for 4 now in the series with an RBI. Stole a base. He now is 2 for 2 in that category. Yankees have been a snake bit team from an injury standpoint. He shanks that one over the Yankee dugout. Counted 0-2. Boy, it's turning out to be a beautiful afternoon after a horrible morning and early afternoon. There's a drive to right center field. Over the head of Dave Martinez. One hops the ball in right. Stanley is going to be held up at third base as Durham has the ball. Mike Stanley does not run well. That ball was hit directly to right field, and it really jumped off the bat of Velarde. Boy, he is hitting everything out over the plate hard to right field. Man, that pitch is down and out over the plate. Just all he did was just drop the head. And a rocket. Boy, Alex is so much more hittable down there than he is belt high and above. So Velarde, 2 for 2, and they're going to switch positions. Warren Newson is moving over to right field. Dave Martinez goes to left. Well, with Polonia the hitter, they figure that he is more apt to hit the ball to left field. And with Stanley does not have good speed at third base, so a fly ball to left field, you're going to get that stronger throwing arm with a chance to throw him out at the plate. So Polonia 0 for 2. And the Sox with the infield in. Polonio's shift once again. There's a fastball strike. Good pitch on the outside corner. Wade Boggs to follow in a 1-0 Yankee lead. See the look at the field. Oh, high fastball. Fish were biting upstairs. He fouls it up in one of our super suites. Nice catch by one of our fans. Polonia, you see, has a little bit of a black eye. A couple days ago, he was running on the pitch in Milwaukee. Boggs hit a grounder, bounced up, hit him in the eye late in the ball game. He pops this one up. Lance Johnson's going to surround it in left center field. He comes forward. Stano tagging the throw home, not in time. Stanley scores. It's 2-0 New York. Polonia drives home his 12th run of the season. Inside out, a fastball. And it is no secret you're going to run on the White Sox arms in the outfield. Not a whole lot of chance to throw anybody out if the ball is hit medium depth. So New York with a 2-0 advantage. Wade Boggs with still one more runner in scoring position. Curveball misses in. Wade, voted to the All-Star team, is 11th All-Star game coming up. That'll be played in the ballpark at Arlington. Fastball down and in. 2-0. Paul O'Neill on deck. Boggs with 2 homers, 27 driven in. He's a .308 hitter as he stands at home plate. Sox shading him to hit the opposite way. Not as much as they used to. 2-1. Wade Boggs with 7 consecutive years with 200 hits or more. That's good. Inside out, that one foul. Out of play, left side. Oh, nice catch. That was 83-89, John Walgren tells us, and there's a guy with some good hands. High heat. Doesn't get the call this time. 3-2. Lance Johnson moved over a couple steps towards left field. as the count deepened. High slider, he walked him. Second walk in the inning. The first one, Mike Stanley, who led off this fifth, scored just a moment ago on the sacrifice fly by Polonia. And here's a man who put the first point on the board in the fourth. Paul O'Neill waited back nicely on a Fernandez curveball and hit it into right field seats. Fastball down and in. Texas beat Cleveland 7-6 at Jacobs Field. Jammed him. Good pitch in the shallow left. Martinez shading his eyes and does make the catch. Basket catch as it is. 2 runners left in scoring position. 1 run in. We're halfway home. Yankees lead it 2-0.
Yankees leading 2-0 here in the bottom of the 5th inning, and this youngster, Mariano Rivera, is just throwing his fastball, spotting it well, and throwing it by the Sox hitters.
Yeah, he is so far. His best pitch has been the fastball up, and probably some of them have been out of the strike zone, but Derwood Merrill has been a consistent umpire upstairs, and he has really been a big benefit to Rivera so far in this ball game, but he has thrown it by the White Sox hitters, as you just mentioned, Hawk, so they're going to have to dial it up. There's one thing to look for in Mariano Rivera, and that has got to be the fastball. You make him get it down, and he appears to be hittable because there's no funkiness in his delivery. Pretty basic. Ray Durham goes after a high heater and flips that one foul. So in other words, we're saying that Rivera is basically a one-pitch pitcher. Tell you what, if he had a changeup of any sort, he might be really dangerous. There's a curveball strike as we speak. That's the first real good one he has thrown this afternoon. Durham, Karkovice, and Guillen, first 3 hitters for the Sox. He flips that one foul over the White Sox dugout. Highest batting average among rookies this year. Goodwin of Baltimore. Alexander, also of the O's. Durham, Stahoviak, and Nunnally. There's a jam sandwich. It's easy for me to say. Don Mattingly takes it himself. And quickly there's one out in the White Sox 5th. Ron Karkovice popped to third his first time up. Kark hitting at .218. They're deep, straight away in the outfield for Karkovice. Fastball up high. Curveball, he hung it. Karkovice with almost a check swing, fouls it back on the screen. 1-1. There he throws him a slow curveball, and that misses outside. 2-1 on Ron Karkovice. Two and two as he fouls the fastball back. Well, coming into this ball game, the White Sox hitting at .279 as a team. That's second best to Cleveland in the American League. The Tribe hitting at .295. Whoa. Threw that one by him. Strikeout number 6 for Rivera.
And a reminder, the White Sox present the Friday Night Sox Party for only $40. Enjoy a 2-hour pregame party including entertainment and an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Ooh.
Bleacher seating will be provided for the game. So for more information on the Friday Night Sox Party, just dial 312-451-5339.
That's all you can eat.
Yes.
Good deal. Ozzie goes after a high fastball, and he fouls that one back. So they're going to swing at it. Rivera's going to keep throwing it up there. Yankees with a 5.08 earned run average as a team. Sox with a 5.22, so they're both of them at the bottom of the league in that category. There's a grounder up the middle. Tony Fernandez very quickly throws him out. A 1-2-3 inning. We've played 5 from Comiskey Park. Yankees lead it 2-0. Top of the 6th inning here at Comiskey Park, and the White Sox hitters have been thoroughly dominated this afternoon by Mariano Rivera. Curveball up high to Danny Tartabull. 2-4-0 for the Yanks. 0-1-0 for the Sox. Good slider. Can't get it. 1-1. There's Rivera. Boy, coming into this ball game, kind of expected a mismatch from a pitching standpoint as Tartabull can't catch up with the high fastball. Rivera in 15 innings pitched prior to this game had given up 29 hits. That's almost 2 an inning. With only 9 strikeouts. Up high. And he has already punched out 6. Has walked 3. There you see his numbers, of course, at 5 starts at Columbus. He must have learned something. Yes, sir. Good slider on the outside corner. That'll take care of Danny Tartabull. 1 out here in the Yankees' 6th. That's nasty. Alex has pitched very well. The leadoff walk last inning got him in trouble. I got the 2nd run on the board for New York. And here's Don Mattingly. Donnie 0 for 2. First ball swinging, drives at the left field. Newson towards the line, and he makes the catch. So very quickly, 2 up, 2 down here in the New York 6th. And a look at our upcoming telecast on WGN Sports. Thursday night, the Baltimore Orioles come to town. They open up a 4-game series. Then on July 14th at Milwaukee, July 18th at New York. That'll be a 6:30 Central time. The other games are at 7. July 25th at Boston, 6 o'clock Central. And July 27th at Boston, a 12 noon Wago. Tony Fernandez. Some severe damage his first time up. Robin Ventura threw him out, and he struck out in the 4th. Setting up inside again. Yes, sir, right on the corner. I think the game plan is to pitch Fernandez inside.
You do?
Yeah, it just kind of looks that way since every pitch has been on his knuckles.
It does.
Change, misses away. 2-1. Sox in the outfield playing him to hit the opposite way. Big gap between Lance Johnson and Dave Martinez in right center, and Dave way off the line. Fastball, he's tardy. There's that outfield positioning on a beautiful, bright, sunny day. What'd you say about that window earlier?
Duke?
Yes.
We heard it was a 2 to 2.5 hour window.
Well, there's a jam shot. He fouls it. Yankee dugout.
Which is not quite 2 hours yet.
No, it isn't. Not a whole lot of stuff happening in this ball game so far.
Keep talking, kid.
I'll tell you what, you're right. The highlight has really been the pitching of Mariano Rivera and the home run by Paul O'Neill. He has struck out 6 White Sox hitters already. Got him on a slider. Good pitching by Alex. He punches out 2, a 1-2-3 inning after 5.5. New York leads it by 2.
Two nothing bad guys here in the bottom of the 6th inning. For the Sox, it'll be the top of the order. Lance Johnson, Dave Martinez, and Big Frank Thomas. As 25-year-old right-hander Mariano Rivera has literally just blown the doors off Sox hitters. Giving up just that one single back in the 1st inning. A line shot off a slider to Frank Thomas. Has walked 3, has 6 strikeouts. You said something last inning, Wimpy, that's just really so off this guy. You just got to go up there, sit dead red. If he happens to get 3 breaking balls over, just grab some bench.
Absolutely.
That's all. But you can't be in between on him and take that fastball and foul it off, foul it back, or swing and miss it. There's a strike, and the count evens at 1.
Yeah, you just got to dial it up for this guy.
Boggs right at the cut of the grass as that fastball foul back, and the count 1-2. So Lance line back to Rivera in the first, hit into a 6-4-3 twin killing in the third.
Well, this is the 3rd time around. I hope
That's
it
supposed to
means
mean
something. Well, 3rd time around the order. Yeah.
High into short right field. Paul O'Neill.
Well, right there, Lance chased a helmet-high fastball. I mean, the 3rd time around, you've seen him twice. And he has had some difficulty after the 1st and 2nd time around a batting order. See that? Can't get on top of that one.
Is Dave Martinez struck out, and he walked. He walked leading off the 4th. In fact, Rivera walked 2 that inning, but the Sox couldn't do anything as he got Thomas to fly to center, and he struck out Ventura and Newsom. Outfield straight up. There's the line on young Mariano Rivera.
You know, outside of that base hit by Frank Thomas, there hadn't been a ball hit hard.
Off-speed pitch. Count evens at 1. There's a big hurt. Perusing the situation. That's off the outside corner, and Martinez on top, 2-1.
And here's a count where you just know fastball is coming, and if it's up, you just got to take it. If it's down, you just drop the head. Easy to say. That one was up. He knew it was coming. He still couldn't get to it.
As we mentioned, Wilson Alvarez will tee it up against the Yankees tomorrow night in the finale of this 3-game set, and it'll be the Orioles coming in Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Thursday, Brian Kaiser against Jamie Moyer, and we'll have that game for you right here with WGN. On Friday, Jim Abbott against John DeSilva. On Saturday, Jason Bray against Mike Musina. And on Sunday, in the finale of that 4-game set with the Orioles and the 7-game homestand, Alex will tee it up against Scott Klingenbeck.
Fouls that one back. No Ben McDonald?
You want him to pitch?
No. He is the Ed Norton of starting pitchers in this league. Ben, he'll take 20 pitches between innings if you let him. To me, he's the slowest worker in the league.
Fastball, he's gone.
Wow.
Strikeout number 7. So here comes Big Frank. He is singled, then he just missed hitting one out of here. With Martinez aboard in the 4th inning. High towering drive into deep center field. There's a base hit in the left. So the big hurt. 2 for 3. First hit for the Sox since the 1st inning. Here's a breaking ball from Rivera. And Frank with that tremendous topspin once it hits the ground for that second bounce. Boggs not a whole bunch of range down there at third.
Boy, Frank hits the ball with topspin. It'll get through there.
Bobbin takes the ball. Bobbin is flied to center, and he struck out on a bad pitch. 3-2 count back in the 4th. short lead by Thomas. That ball hit deep into right field. O'Neill back right in front of the fence, and he hauls it in. Looked for a second like that ball was just going to jump out of here, but no, it did not. And after 6, Yankees lead it 2-0. Mariano Rivera pitching a 2-hit shutout through 6 as he leads it 2-0. For the Yankees here in their 7th, it'll be Mike Stanley to lead it off. Fouls the fastball back. Stanley has grounded to short, walked and scored. Alex with that one walk. Two walks, check that. The 1-1 pitch. There's the ball in the hole. Ozzie, can he get him? Yes! What a play by Ozzie.
I'll tell you, that's just about as good as it gets. Ozzie Guillen has really been throwing some leather this year. Stanley pulls this ball in the hole, and look at Ozzie, gets a great angle. He saw the bad angle in the pull position, diving, getting up quickly, and firing a bullet across the field. Oh, that's just gorgeous play by Ozzie Guillen.
So here's Bernie Williams. He's grounded to short, and he's flied to left. Takes ball 1. Couple of finals in the National League. Montreal shut out St. Louis 5-0. Pittsburgh shut out the Phillies 7-0 at Three Rivers. Everything else in the National League under the lights. In the American League, Texas beat Cleveland 7-6 at Jacobs Field. Bottom of the 7th at the Coliseum in Oakland, Milwaukee leading the Athletics 3-2. Rain delay at Camden Yards. That game in the bottom of the 1st. There's a strike and the count 2-1. And later on underneath the lights, Sweet Lou's Mariners take on the Tigers in Detroit. Red Sox against the Royals at Kauffman Stadium in Toronto. At the Big A in Anaheim against the Halos. Williams, the youngest member of this Yankee lineup. Pretty good pitch. He did not go, says Drew Coble. And it's 3-1. In fact, Bernie Williams at 26, the only member of the starting lineup under 30. It's a full count.
Well, the Yankees really aren't an offensive machine. They're hitting .272 as a team. Just 52 homers on the season. 53, check that with the O'Neill homer today. Sox have hit 66 on the other hand. And Cleveland, 97.
That ball hit hard in the left center field. Lance Johnson is there. Cannot make the play. Misjudged it. As Bernie Williams is going to try, he's going to give it a go. Here's the throw high. He's there.
Boy, he can run. I'll tell you, he was thinking triple from the get-go. He scalds this ball. Bernie Williams really looks dangerous at the plate. That fastball tailing up and out over the plate. Got his hands up above the ball and drives it. That's a play that Lance Johnson will tell you he should have made. That ball with all these crazy wind currents at Comiskey Park, though, as Bernie Williams digging gets there easily on the high throw by Ozzie Guillen. So the Sox are going to have to play the infield in with one out for Randy Velarde.
Bernie's 4th triple of the year. And Velarde is 2 for 2. Little soft single into right field in the third, and a bullet double in the fifth over the head of Dave Martinez. Velarde hitting .276 as he stands in. Two runs, 5 hits, no errors for New York. No runs, just 2 hits, no errors for the Sox. Ooh, good pitch, didn't get it. And the count 1-1. Slider low and away. 2 balls and a strike to Velarde. Fouls that fastball away off the mask of Karkovice. And that'll even the count at 2. So Kark's going to need some new equipment.
Well, Velarde has gotten 3 hits in this series, and they've been all on pitches out over the plate. I think it might behoove Alex right here to go for some jammage inside. And while we have a moment, Wendy's is proud to present a sensational fireworks display following the Saturday, July 8th White Sox game against the Baltimore Orioles. Game time 6:05, and tickets are still available by calling 312-831-1SOX, and we love those fireworks.
So Kark waiting for a new mask, and while also we have a moment, big White Sox happy birthday to Chris Capica. Here with her family, Don, Marcia, Doug, all from South Bend, all big Sox fans. So happy birthday to Chris. She's 18 years old today.
18.
You remember when you were 18 too?
No. You?
It's been a while.
I was at St. Ladislaus High School then. 4th year of my freshman year.
Drops down with that fastball. So the count hangs at 2-2 to Velarde. Outfield swung well around to the right. The infield in. Drops down with that breaking pitch, hangs it high and in, and a full count. You got to make him beat you on something hard right here. Middle in.
Yeah, because he's geared to go the opposite way, and the Sox are really playing him that way also.
There's a fastball inside. Takes it over into the Sox dugout. So the count remains full. Paco Martin, Mike Devereaux looking on, and what has been really nothing for the Sox offensively today. I mean, Rivera has just absolutely shoved those bats. There's a breaking ball, a slider. That's going to be foul. So as Alex will get himself a new baseball, let's pause for station identification.
This is America's #1 sports station, WGN-TV, Chicago.
On with Tom Detroit, Ken Harrelson from Comiskey Park in Chicago. Sox trying to even up this series at a game apiece, but they trail it here in the top of the 7th, 2-0. And the Yankees threaten to put more on the board. That's into center field. That's going to get the job done. Bernie Williams, he'll tag, he'll score, and it's 3-0 Bronx Bombers.
That's a real good at bat for Randy Velarde. I'll tell you, he's been tough this series, but he wasn't trying to do too much. He'd take a jam sandwich right there. He kept closed, stayed closed, looked like he was geared to hit the ball in the air the opposite way, and finally he succeeds.
So a gift run right there for New York. And here's Luis Polonia. He's 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly. Takes it inside. Fastball. 1-1 to count. Well, hello.
Star is born.
She's beautiful. That's shanked foul. So it's 1-2. That was not off the hosel though.
No.
That Polonia shift on. Newsom even closer to the left field line now. As he's going to cross him up, gets on top of it, bangs himself out a single to right. 6th hit given up by Alex. So Polonia with that good speed, 8 for 9 in stolen bases. And here's Boggs. He probably will be in action someplace here shortly. Alex with that quick move. But if he gets thrown out, that's okay. Boggs will lead it off in the 8th.
And if he's successful, Boggs has been a singles artist his entire career.
So also for Karkovice will have to come to the fore. Oh, broke it down like he was off to second. Checking some other scores. Milwaukee now leading Oakland 3-2, top of the 8th at the Coliseum. They're still hitting. Texas beat Cleveland 7-6 at Jacobs Field. Alex just not going to let up on him. And right here in this situation, he shouldn't. He does not go. That pitch up high. Some activity for the Sox down in their pen. There's the southpaw Tim Fortuno. "3-0 Yankees." As Polonia does not go in that ball. Slap foul left side. "37-year-old veteran. Now 9 for 25 lifetime against Alex. With a couple of homers. He's gone. There's a pitch out. There's a throw right on the money. Grabs some bench. Good job by Karkovice. And that'll do it. But the sacrifice fly by Randy Velarde scores Bernie Williams. 7th inning stretch. Sox in trouble. Right now it's time to check out our Miller Lite Major League scoreboard. There you see the Rangers over the Tribe 7-6 in Cleveland. We mentioned Milwaukee leading Oakland 3-2, 8th inning at the Coliseum. Rain delay at Baltimore with the Twinkies. Later on, St. Louis Mariners take on the Tigers. Boston will tee it up with Kansas City at Kauffman Stadium. Toronto at California. Over in the National League, 2 finals. A couple of shutouts. Montreal shut out Cardinals, as Pittsburgh did to the Phillies. Later on, the Padres take on the Fighting Fish down at Joe Robbie. Giants against the Reds at Riverfront. Cubs take on the Mets at Shea. Tommy Lasorda's Dodgers against the Bravos. That's down at Fulton County Stadium. Look at the Dodgers, 18-12 on the road. And Houston, 19-10 on the road, will take on the Rockies at Coors Stadium. And that is our Miller Lite Major League scoreboard. For the Sox here in their half of the seventh, it'll be Kruk, Newsom, and Durham. Mariano Rivera. Certainly his finest hour in the major leagues. Just 25 years old, out of Panama. And here's the Krukmeister. Called out on strikes in the second. He walked in the fourth. Takes a strike. In that 7-6 Texas victory over Cleveland, McDowell a winner 4-0. Ossenmacher the loser 2-2. And Whiteside picked up his first save of the season. 21 to count to Kruk. Home runs in that ball game by Arga. Cranked out his 11th. Jim Thome his 17th. Boy, he hit that one a ton. That pitch outside, 2-1. And Amaro hit his first homer. 41,769 at Jacobs Field. That's 3-1. Good eye. Home runs in that Milwaukee-Oakland game. Brewers leading 3-2. Bottom of the 8th inning. Jose Valentin his 6th 2-run shot. B.J. Surhoff hit his first of the year. Fouls that pitch back. And for the Athletics, Mark McGwire has cranked out a 2-run shot, his 23rd of the season. Pitching matchups at Baltimore for Minnesota, Scott Erickson against Klingenbeck. Seattle at Detroit, it'll be Solomon Torres against Mike Moore. Boston at Kansas City, Wakefield against Gubazah, and Toronto, California, Guzman against Finley. There's a souvenir left side. Three balls, 2 strikes to Kruk. That's ball 4. Here we go. 4th walk issued by Rivera. Come on, Deacon, you got to dial it up, my man. Deacon's been to the plate twice, struck out twice. Make him get it down and take him into left center. Takes a strike. Going to have some activity now for the Yankees down in their bullpen. Southpaw Steve Howell. It's Tony Cloninger, bullpen pitching coach. Ooh, there was his pitch right there. That was it, and he fouled it off.
That's right.
Chances are, Deegan, you really got to dial it up now.
Yeah.
You get that pitch right there and miss it. Takes it upstairs. And the count 1-2. Three runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Yankees. No runs, just 2 hits and no errors for the good guys. Mattingly playing behind Kruk. He's gone. So that's out number 1, and here comes Ray Durham. Durham twice has grounded out to Mattingly, once on an attempted bunt. Ray can dial it up for him. Takes it high and wide.
Yeah, the last time Ray was up there, he jammed himself on an inside fastball. Now he can. You're right. He can dial it up for that heater. He's got to get the head of the bat out in front of home plate.
There's a shot on off-speed pitch. One and one the count. Ron Karkovice on deck. Yankee outfield does not move a whole bunch. They play basically straight up for everybody. As the count moves to 2-1 to Durham. Up. Could not lay off that high heater. That's the one thing Durham has really got to make himself do. But he's done overall an outstanding job in this his rookie season in the league. Hitting at .278 as he stands in.
Oh boy.
Didn't do it there, and that's strikeout number 9 for Rivera.
Well, that high fastball is so tantalizing. Looks good coming at home plate. You just can't get your hands up above the ball to hit it. That is shoulder height, almost helmet high. So Ray Durham goes down. Of course, a little bit tougher to see right now with those shadows halfway out to the mound.
Karka has popped up to Boggs and struck out. Fouls that pitch back. And a reminder, all kids 14 and under attending the Sunday, July 9th Sox game against the Orioles will receive Wimpy's favorite. What is that, you say? Well, it's Waldo, the White Sox Wolf tattoos. Compliments of Coca-Cola. Game time is 1:05, so for tickets, just dial 312-831-1 Sox. There's a strike, and very quickly, nothing in 2.
See what Karka's done most of his damage against right-handed pitching from a home run and an RBI standpoint.
That breaking ball just does miss the corner, a little bit low. 1-2 the count. Here it comes. He strikes out the side. Strikeout number 10 for Mariano Rivera, and after 7 he leads it 3-0. Our Southwest Airlines tail of the tape shows you that the Sox in a whole bunch of trouble. Mariano Rivera spinning a 2-hit shutout. Walk 4, has punched out 10. As Alex will face Boggs, O'Neill, and Tartable here in the Yankee 8th. Boggs was at the plate when Polonia was gunned down by Ron Karkovice. As the first pitch strike. That's into left center. Lance Johnson. Glasses down, makes the catch, and that's out number 1. Of course, Boggs also back on July 4th. Well, about what, 12 years ago? Dave Righetti spinning a no-hitter against Boston, July 4th, 1983, and there it is. Rags also was and Rags was just voted the Sox minor league player of the week as Paul O'Neill takes it up high. There's a strike. Only one to count. Bags, we understand, pitched a one-hitter on July 1st at Louisville. Boy, there's one of the real sweet people in baseball. Dave Righetti.
Yeah. Maybe we'll see him.
There's a possibility.
Sure, why not?
Bullpen's been having a whole bunch of problems. Two and two. O'Neill cranked out his 10th homer. That was the first run of the ball game. Leading off the 4th inning, got a curveball from Alex as that's just looped into center field. Lance Johnson, he's there. And that's out number 2. So 2 gone to Danny Chartable. He's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Danny Chartable well up in that batter's box.
Oh, he sure is. I don't remember him being that far up.
Of course, that's nowhere near Carlos Baerga's stance.
Oh.
I think the only other guy I've ever seen anywhere near Baerga is Willie Horton.
Yeah.
When he played with the Tigers.
Yeah.
Here's the 1-1. Curveball high.
Yeah, those two guys got their back foot about the middle of home plate. Well, they want that fastball to hit.
Fastball right by him. 2 and 2.
And in celebration of 95 years of White Sox baseball, the first 20,000 fans attending the Wednesday, July 19th game against Boston will receive 95th year patches courtesy of Kemper Mutual Funds. Oh,
he's
boy.
gone. Hook. And that'll do it. 1, 2, 3 for young Alex. But we'll go to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Sox trailing 3-0.
Bottom of the 8th inning. And that's a no look, a too good right there. 3-6-0 for the Yankees. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors for the Sox. Sox have but 2 singles, both by Frank Thomas against Mariano Rivera. Well, I'll tell you, he has just challenged everyone with his fastball. Nobody's been able to get him. Frank with a couple of singles, and that is it. Nothing hit hard. That line drive that Robin Ventura hit. About the only other one close to getting a hit off of Rivera. Ozzie changes up. That one misses up high. Ozzie 0 for 1. He walked. That was back in the 3rd inning. Also a ground out. Rivera has punched out 10. High heat. And Bob Wickman, the former White Sox farmhand, the right-hander, and Steve Howe, the southpaw, warming. Pours it in there, 2-1. Lance Johnson to follow. And then Dave Martinez. Trying to solve this 25-year-old rookie, Mariano Rivera. That ball hit in the air, foul. That'll be in the 2nd row. Ozzie betting at 292 as he stands in. 2-2 pitch coming up. Yankees swung way around the left field in the outfield. Boggs way off the line at 3rd. High fastball, that's driven foul. Luis Polonia runs out of room. And fireworks in the background. And once again, a very happy 4th of July to everyone out there. Don't mess too much with those fireworks. Well, those guys haven't had a whole lot to cheer about today, have they? Ozzie grounded right back to Rivera. Good play on a one-hopper. That's the second good play he's made today.
Ball's hit hard by Ozzie. As he continues to swing that bat well. And another hang with him.
Yeah. So Lance Johnson will hit with one out. Lance 0 for 3 so far in this game. Lined back to the pitcher in the first inning. Hit into a 6-4-3 double play in the third and flied to right in the sixth. Yankees, once again, they're going to play him to hit the opposite way, and he pops this one up. Get out of here. Wade Boggs got room, got the ball, 2 out. I'll tell you, I haven't seen a pitcher dominate the White Sox hitters like this in a long time, Hawk.
Well, basically has just been the one-pitch pitcher. That's all. Just fastball. But he did get a couple of curveballs over, but still, I don't care. That's immaterial. Off this guy right here, you just got to be looking fastball, stay back, and go get it. He's going to give you a good fastball to hit.
Every time up, you're going to get a couple of them. Nobody's been able to get to him, though, as he pours that one right down the middle.
I don't blame him. Why change it? If it's not broke, don't fix it.
No. He's walked 4, but he has 10 strikeouts. Change up. That one misses up and away. 1-1 on Martinez. David hitting at 236. Frank Thomas on deck. Oh, changeup really slowed up his delivery right there. He was telegraphing that pitch. 2-1 now. Comes the fastball. Pours it in there, strike 2. Fastball that is popped up, out of play. Oh, man in the low section, right in the corner. Just let it hit off the wall. And now he's a hero. Jack Gould tells us that's the second ball this guy's gotten.
Well,
today.
he would certainly know.
He'd be the guy that knows. Yeah. Jack's going to try and go buy that ball back at a discount price.
Nevada Jacks. Discount baseball.
Here comes the 3-2 to Martinez. And he fouls that one back on the screen.
I know this game had just broken Jack's heart because there have been an inordinate amount of foul balls. Whenever you get a high fastball pitcher out there, Sox just been fouling him off to the opposite sides. Left-handers over the third base dugout, right-handers over the first base dugouts.
But not to worry, that one came off the screen, so it's back to the ball boy. David has something in his eye. Trying to get on base for Frank Thomas. See something happen here as the fans are getting antsy. Just 2 hits in the ball game, 10 strikeouts for Mariano Rivera.
And he's throwing just as hard right now as he was in inning 1.
Oh, without a doubt. He's 90 plus for sure. High heat got him. Strikeout number 11. Another 1-2-3 inning for Rivera. We go to the 9th. Sox trail it 3-0.
White Sox baseball is brought to you by Southwest Airlines at convenient Midway Airport, the official airline of WGN-TV Sports. Fly Southwest, the low-fare airline.
Don Mattingly leads off the 9th inning for the Yankees as Mariano Rivera looks like he's done accepting congratulations from his teammates. And deservedly so. 11 strikeouts, 2 hits in 8 innings of work. I imagine John Wetland or Howe will come in for the 9th. Probably Wetland is. Mattingly pops this one up. Got to be out of play. And Hawk, it looks like Don Mattingly's using one of your stances at home plate. He's got that back foot pointed back, kind of like the Charlie Chaplin-ish look.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. Don Mattingly probably will use and employ as many stances as anybody in baseball.
Look, he's got that front foot ding-toed. And the other one pointed back to the catcher, and he ropes this one into the gap in right center field. That'll be extra bases. Well, he dialed it up nicely right there. Got the head of the bat out front, so Mattingly, a leadoff double. How about 425th career double, second to Lou Gehrig on the Yankees. Wow.
It's getting up in your area, Wimpy.
I mean, 425 at bats.
And believe it or not, that double right there that you just saw broke a tie Mattingly was in with George Herman Ruth, the Bambino.
Wow. Well, Fernandez ought to think about bunting here. We'll try and get this runner over because he has not been able to get the head of the bat out to get in a pull position against Fernandez. Well, the other Fernandez, that is. Tony, 2 strikeouts and a little nudge to third base. He's bunting. Alex thinking about third. The throw. Got him. He bunted it too hard. Alex Fernandez got off the mound in a hurry and made a good throw to Robin Ventura, who tags the sliding Don Mattingly. 1 out.
Alex Fernandez, just an outstanding athlete. Quick, like a cat. But here's a good pick by Robin. You see the low throw, and then all of a sudden he just turns around, puts it on him. Mattingly, don't run it too good.
No.
Even the double clutch, Alex still knew he had him.
Yeah, knowing the speed of that runner at second base is big. That's just not a real good bunt by Fernandez. So here's Mike Stanley. Slider catches the outside corner. Stano 0 for 2. Boy, Ozzie Guillen made some kind of play on him his last at bat. That was in the 7th inning. Ozzie diving to his right, came up, made a perfect throw to first base.
Well, we said it before, and it's this way it is this year, in my opinion, and you've agreed that this has been Ozzie's best year.
Yeah.
I mean, he is really playing some great defensive baseball. Looks just 30-40% better at the plate, more patience. He's done it.
Yeah, he has.
Unfortunately, he hadn't had a whole bunch of help in some other areas.
Well, that's very true. I mean, you kind of overlook the efforts of Ozzie so far in this season because it hasn't been a good year. Sox in double play depth, and the outfield swung way around to right field as Fernandez dives back. Tony with 3 stolen bases, but he's been caught 4 times. Stanley does have good power the opposite way, and the Sox are playing him that way. Huge gap between Warren Newson and Lance Johnson in left center. Fastball up high. 2-1. Jose De Leon warming for the Sox. Quick throw over. If there's a right-hander warming up for the Yankees, it's got to be John Wetland, who's been their closer. Hard thrower, formerly with the Dodgers and also with the Montreal Expos of late. Jammed him, popped up the fastball. Out of play. Two and 2 on Stanley. There's a grounder to the third. Oh, right under the wicket. Robin Ventura. The error. Stanley in the second base. The throw. They got him. Good throw by Warren Newson. Mike Stanley delayed. Ted Barrett there to make the call. He looked like he was out from here. Robin thinking about getting that too. Let the ball go underneath his glove. He looked out.
Well, there's the miscue right there by Robin. And Warren Newson, Johnny on the spot, coming in a hurry. Warren can throw. And here he just makes an excellent peg to Durham. Drops down. Ball beat runner. Runner out.
You are correct, sir. Yep. Well, that was a good throw by a Deacon, but Stano was delayed going to second base ever so slightly. And when you don't run real good, you can't hesitate. So Bernie Williams, who tripled and scored his last time, up 1 for 3. Bernie was 2 for 4 yesterday. So he's having himself a good series. Drove in a run. And he takes that pitch down and away. Also a couple stolen bases last night. He got second and third and the same at bat. So 2 out, a 1-0 pitch coming up. That fastball catches the outside corner. One and one on Williams. He tripled to left center his last time up. Lance Johnson shading him that way. Ventura in. He can bunt and he can run. There's a shot. That'll be extra bases. Uh-oh. Williams is going to dig for second. He's thinking 3 right now. Durham's got a shot to throw. Not in time. RBI triple for Bernie Williams. Yankees lead it 4-0.
Second triple of the ball game for Bernie Williams and the 5th on the season. Well, he just turns, and that speed, Bernie Williams can haul it.
Yeah, he's one of those guys, once he gets going, he is really moving those long strides, as you can see. Arms pumping, gets to third base easily with his second triple of the afternoon. And that's going to be it for Alex Fernandez. He leaves after 8 2/3. So a new pitcher. New pitcher coming in from the bullpen, and we'll be back with his numbers right after this.
And AT&T's first call to the bullpen is for Jose De Leon. The AT&T Business Advantage. Let it work for you.
Here's the numbers on Jose. 3-3 on the year with a .587 earned run average and 22 relief appearances. 38 1/3 innings, given up 38 hits, 18 walks, and 30 strikeouts. Fastball, big sweeping curveball, and forkball are his pitches. And last night, no decision. He worked an inning, gave up a hit and 2 runs with a walk against the Yankees. He'll be facing Randy Velarde, who has been a pain in this series so far. Randy 2 for 2. Single double, and he also has a sacrifice fly. Last night was 1 for 3, so he's having himself a good series. Yankees trying to make it 2 in a row here at Comiskey Park, and the Sox have not shown any offense since the first inning of last night's ball game. The 3-run homer by John Kruk, and they just shut it down. De Leon, first pitch, curveball, strike, outside corner. The 0-1. Big curveball out in front of it. Fly to left field. Warren Newson towards the line, and the Deacon has it. That'll do it, but the Yankees pick up one more insurance run, and going into the bottom of the 9th inning, they lead it 4-0.
Whole bunch of trouble here for the Sox as we get set to go to the bottom of the 9th inning. And a pitching change, Duke, in place of Mariano Rivera, John Wetland.
Well, John Wetland is the closer. He's 1-1 with a 2.42 earned run average in 23 appearances, 11 saves. He's given up just 17 hits in 26 innings, and he has good control with just 6 walks, and he can definitely punch you out, averaging over a strikeout an inning. So Wetland in his last outing, that was Saturday, a save against the Brewers, worked an inning, gave up a hit, and struck out the side. Ooh, Lordy, he's got a good heater.
So the line on Mariano Rivera, 8 innings, no runs, 2 hits, 4 walks, and he rung up 11 Sox hitters this afternoon. And a reminder, the first 20,000 fans attending the July 20th game against Boston will receive the 3rd in a series of Ballpark Big Classic pins courtesy of Ballpark Franks. Now pin number 3 features White Sox Hall of Famer Luis Aparicio. Tickets are available by dialing 312-831-1-SOX. Here's Big Frank, has the only 2 hits. He's 2 for 3. Takes ball 1. Well, I'm glad that the Sox are getting a chance to get a look at Wetland for an inning. In case he has to come in tomorrow night.
Yeah.
There's a shot. Woo. So Big Frank, well, he just turned that high heater around. And he's on his way to second base on Poloni. He'll get there. That's double number 13 for the Big Hurt.
Whoa, you wonder with a 4-run lead, that run doesn't mean a whole lot, but Frank Thomas, well, he just got on top of this one. He's swinging the bat very well. Actually, he's the only guy in the lineup that's swinging well. He's got the only 3 hits. 13th double, as Hawk just mentioned, but watch him get his hands up above this high heater. And this is no slouch. That's a 90, well over 90-mile-an-hour fastball that he just ropes in the left field.
Here's Robin. Robin 0 for 3. Last time up. As he fouls that fastball back, he hit a bullet. It appeared that ball was going to get out of here, but just got out there and nosedive, and O'Neill caught it right in front of the fence. Outfield for the most part straight up, spread out just a little bit. Curveball lays off of it. He did not go. And the count evens at 1.
Pretty good looking curveball right there. And you complement that with a good high fastball. Boy, the eye levels can really change in a hurry.
There's a ground ball. Mattingly backs up. Wetland gets over there. And it's out number 1 with Thomas in the 3rd. That'll bring up John Kruk. Kruk has faced Wetland 8 times, has 3 hits. 2 of them stayed in the park. There's a shot, base hit. So the Krukmeister. He's 1 for 2 with a couple of walks this afternoon and also picks up his 17th RBI.
Well, John Kruk has done his job. The RBI, a couple of walks, fastball pretty much right there. Oh, he just rips it with that good inside-out swing of his to left center. So the Sox finally get on the board here.
And here's the Deacon. He's having a tough afternoon, 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Looks at strike 1. 4-8-0 for the Yankees, 1-4-1 for the Sox. Curveball low. And the count evens at 1. Final from the Coliseum in Oakland. Athletics came back to defeat Milwaukee 5-3. Hook out in front, and the count 1-2. Ray Durham on deck. Mattingly playing behind Kruk. Fastball. Count hangs at 1-2. You joined us late. Yankees with singletons in the 4th, 5th, 7th, and 9th innings. Just one home run in the ball game, that by Paul O'Neill, leading off the 4th, his 10th of the year. Checks it up. And the count 2-2. Oh, Deacon Bristle up. So the first strikeout for Wetland, 12th by Yankee pitching. And that'll bring up Ray Durham. Ray 0 for 3, a couple of ground outs to Mattingly, and a strikeout. Looks at that pitch down low. Tim Raines has come out on deck to hit for Karkovice. He reached back, put a little giddy up on that one, and the count evens at 1. Of the 13 saves on the Yankee staff, Wetland has 11 of them. Curveball. So the Sox down to their last bullet. A ball, 2 strikes, 2 out here in the bottom of the 9th. That ball hit hard, but hooking foul. Right size, wrong shape.
Well, he really dialed up that one. That was a high fastball. He just smoked it out of here. But unfortunately for Ray Durham and the Sox, it was foul. After he makes that contact out front, that back heel off the ground. What a good swing by Ray Durham. Wow.
Pops him up, left side. Tony Fernandez makes the call, has the ball, and this game is over. So the Yankees make it 2 in a row over the Sox. And what a job by Mariano Rivera in his 8 innings, giving up no runs, 3 hits, had 11 strikeouts. Wetland does not get the save. The Yankees win it 4-1. And Wimpy and I'll be back to wrap it up right after this.